First at 6, breaking news. A not guilty verdict in the case of a former police officer accused of sex crimes while on duty. Tonight, reaction to the decision in the courtroom. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on air and streaming on Wavy Plus. A lot to cover tonight, but we begin with that jury's decision in Virginia Beach.
After a short deliberation, the jury found Sean Fearon not guilty of 2 charges and a case going back to June of last year. Tonight on Your Side's Chris Horne has been following this trial all week. He joins us with those breaking developments. Chris.
Yeah, Asia, the jury had to weigh pretty complex concepts. Where does it begin and end when it comes to intimidation, force, and consent? But it took but an hour for them to come back with not guilty verdicts on both counts, sexual assault and abduction. It was a hug of relief for Sean Fearon as he embraced his defense attorney when he heard not guilty. The verdicts read twice. 23-year-old admitted he violated police policy by having sexual contact with the 19-year-old woman, but he testified that she was the one who initiated it. The woman admitted to drinking 4 or 5 drinks that day prior to the accident. It was up to the jury to decide whether that sexual contact was by force and whether Fearon was holding the driver against her will. They found him not guilty. His defense attorney described the case as 2 young people making bad decisions.
Sean made a ton of bad decisions, and he's not a police officer anymore, and that's the right decision. But she made bad decisions too. I think they'll both learn from this experience, but there were no criminal behaviors.
Has he said anything to you in the past year about regretting what he did that evening?
Yes, sir. Yes, he did. And just the whole narrative about it, how it played, how it was put out there. I was just like, in time, God will reveal everything.
Again, the verdict, not guilty on both charges, abduction and sexual assault for Sean Fearon, the former police officer here in Virginia Beach. We're live at the courthouse. Chris Horne, 10 on your side.
Chris, thank you. And you can see all of our previous coverage of this case right now on Wavy.com.